the referees?
Jerry Kowalski and Randy Lozier.
I see. Okay.
So we're on.
And we're on. So, good evening. Okay.
Oh, good grief.
Good grief.
A new clock.
We got the brand new clock, and we got it started. So we're underway here, folks.
It will take 2 seconds longer than it should have.
Right. So anyway, welcome to Hometown Cable's presentation of CVAC Girls Varsity Soccer. Tonight the Cougars are hosting the Bobcats of Northern Adirondack Central. And today is Tuesday, September 29th, 2009. Just underway, and the Cougars with a little early pressure, pushing the ball down to the end line. And take me a couple of minutes to get some numbers and tell you who all the players are. But
Good new clock there all
yeah, get a good picture of the brand new clock that just installed and put into action. I believe today is the first time that it's been in use, so we're very proud of that. That's help me with the name. Golovach?
Golovach. Yeah.
Golovach. That's Jesslyn Golovach in goal for the Bobcats. Scoops that one up and gets it out to midfield. It gets played back in by the Cougars and it goes out of bounds. So we have Bobcat throw in. We'll get the again. Will take me a couple minutes here to figure out who's who, but we'll get that all for you here in just a couple minutes.
I'll help you. The Cougars are in white.
All right, the Cougars. Well, I thank you, thank you, Calvin. I appreciate that.
Blue.
I get that. And the referees, by the way, are Mr. Lozier on this side and Mr. Kowalski on the other side. So, viewers at home that need to know that information, that is who they are. This is Mara Five-Eye heads the ball back, and Rabidou carries it.
Coaches too.
I'm sorry?
Might as well mention the coaches too.
I would. The Cougars are coached by Josie Gilroy, and the Bobcats are coached by Jared Perrier. Perrier, yes. I knew that. Here's a throw into the Cougars. Gets back to, looks like that's number 22. Brittany Charlin is the defender on that play. Guyette throws the ball in. Charlin heads it out. This is Rabidou. And that ball gets cleared away. Frankie comes up with it. And she knocks it off a Bobcat defender. It'll be a Cougar throw in.
Temperature, Joe, is tolerable 55 degrees.
55 degrees. Beautiful night to play soccer. Rained a little bit earlier, but stopped just in time for the girls to take the field. So the field might be a little slick, but there's a shot on goal and goes just wide. And Golovach lets it go out, so it'll be a goal kick to the Bobcats. Beautiful night for soccer, Calvin. You see the fans are out. A few umbrellas, but they'll have to be putting those away soon, I'm sure.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
It was nasty here last night, though. The JV game.
Right, I did. I was here. Oh, there's a shot by Kelsey that goes wide of the net. And again, it'll be a goal kick for the Bobcats. I came up last night to pick up my daughter from practice, and they didn't get done until 5:30, and that news didn't trickle down to me. So I got to hang out here for half an hour in the rain and watch. I never made it over this far, but I did watch the boys JV play, and they looked like they were handling themselves pretty well. I don't know what the final was, but I saw at least 2 goals by the Cougars while I was there. And the girls JV were playing on this field.
Right here, yeah.
Uh-huh. How did that go?
2-2 overtime.
Oh, nice. So you enjoyed that then, an overtime contest in the cold and wet.
Yeah.
Right. Good.
I was dry, so it's all right.
Right. So meanwhile, get a corner kick for the Cougars. This will be Taylor Kelsey on the kick. Sends that towards the box. Frankie's the first one to get there. Turns around, gets a shot off, and that's in the net.
Wow.
We'll get it in a second. 9.
On the corner kick.
Right. Okay, so sorry about that. We're back to action. We had a little bit of a thrill there. We couldn't get the clock to stop. We still can't get the clock to stop, but we'll work on that when we get a chance. Anyway, the Cougar goal was scored by number 22, Mary Elizabeth Frankie, and the assist goes to Taylor Kelsey on the corner kick. Nice individual effort by Frankie to get that shot off. And, the Cougars still applying some pressure. This is Fozier. I'm sorry.
That ball just found its way through a whole lot of players.
There was a crowd in front of that net, and it was just high enough to get over everybody's head, and the goalie didn't have much of a chance on it. There's a nice service into the box, and that's in. Okay, it's 35:56 was the time on the 33:56 was the time on the clock. So just write that down here someplace. Okay.
Joe, you fixed it.
All right, I think we got it. Well, the remote doesn't seem to be working, so we'll just go without the remote and see how that works.
All right.
Okay, who got the goal, Calvin?
14 from 2.
14, Molly Roush. From number 2 would be Ashley Guyette. So Molly Roush with the goal, Guyette with the assist.
So it's 34-31, so that's 5 minutes and 29 seconds.
5 minutes and 29 seconds into the game, and the Cougars have a 2-0 lead. Here's Honan breaks through, but Charlin breaks that up. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Bobcat throw in. So let's see what we got up on the front line. We have Sarah Williams and Tessa King. This is number 4, Shauna Perry. 5-eye gets that away from her. Here's Frankie. Frankie trying to send it through. It gets knocked away. Rabidou breaks that up, sends it back. 5-eye, or Frankie breaks that up. This is Kelsey trying to send it up for Roush. Roush gets to the ball. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw-in. Is another defender. That's Drown. And that ball's cleared out towards midfield. Lamberton sends it over for Kelsey. Kelsey gets upended, and that'll be a direct kick for the Cougars.
I was disappointed when I found out, although I've done a couple games up there, I never paid enough attention to realize there was no JV game at Northern Adirondack. There's no JV team.
Apparently so. There was nothing here. When I got here, there was the girls were just warming up, so they apparently don't have enough girls to field a team. There's quite a few sitting on the bench over here in the varsity squad, but it doesn't look
a big squad because
there's no JVs. Understood. Looks like they've got 3 freshmen on the squad and a handful of sophomores, but still not enough players to field 2 teams. Understandable. This is Charlin. It's a nice play to get it out of bounds, but it'll be a corner kick for the Cougars.
And of course, the Bobcats have a proud tradition. I think it's up to 26 now consecutive Section 7 Class C titles for volleyball. And if not next year, I think it's next year, it might be the year after, volleyball is going to move to the fall.
The fall, right. It's next year. Yeah, it'll be
Veda would know those things.
Of course she would. She's a big volleyball player. 2010, the fall of 2010 will be...
she's not a big volleyball
Well, not big in stature, but big in ability.
Yeah. Average size volleyball player.
Anyways, certainly the Loya family has done a great deal for the success of the Cougar volleyball squad over the last couple of years, and Veda's going to keep that tradition going. But at hand, we have a soccer match to contend with. So here's a ball up to Bobcats. Brittany Down. She turns around, sends it out to the wing, but there's nobody there for her team. So the Cougars with the throw in. This is Roush trying to get it up to Honan. Frankie corrals it. She gets that broken up.
I already don't have a night off without having volleyball season in the fall. So
I see.
I don't know what we're going to do next year.
Right.
If it rains, I'll go.
You'll go inside, of course. But just think, in the wintertime now, you'll be able to cover more hockey matches, hockey games.
Oh yeah.
Because you won't have, you won't have to, you won't have to worry about basketball and volleyball every night. Just basketball and hockey.
Right.
I'd love to call some hockey games with you if you ever show up down there. Sure.
Right.
I
If I ever show up.
I go to most of the games now, and
I've had my teeth chattering more than once.
good. Well, here's there's a little pressure by the Bobcats, and it gets broken up by Katrina Guerin. Still here, Bobcats with a little bit of pressure. This is Lamberton. Brings it over to the corner. And ball goes out of bounds. Be a Bobcat throw in. The throw comes in. Frankie's there to clear it out. This is Drown, turns around, send it back in. Ball squirts out, and it's like it's all right, we're back to action. The Cougars with the throw in. There's a battle along the sideline, and ball goes out of bounds. It'll be another Cougar throw in. Ball comes into Honan. She loses her footing. Here's a ball to the middle of the field. Rabideau comes up, plays it back in. This is Ashline. She sends the ball down. It goes over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Bobcats.
Charlene taking the kick.
Okay, Charlene on the kick. This is Ashline. Marks. Oh, no, sorry, that's Mashter. She sends it into the middle. There's a ball that's sent back to the back line of the Cougars. Guerin's there to collect that. Sends it up for Ashline, but it gets knocked out of bounds by number 21. That's Amanda Campbell. Ashline will take the throw in. Oops, bounce off of Cougar defender. Back to Guerin. Guerin looking for some space. Still carries it. Tries to get it to Mashter, but that would be Dernan. Nicole Dernan steps in front of that. Break that play up. Another throw in for the Cougars. Goes over the head of Dernan. This is Charlene. Gets it out to the middle of the field. Ebersol picks that up, sends a ball in. That's cleared out by Bobcat number 8. That's Abby Spinner. And we got a foul on the play, so the Bobcats will get a restart. 26 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first half. Cougars with a 2-0 lead. Charlene on the kick. Gets it to the middle of the field. This is Perry with Grimshaw on her, but Grimshaw sends the ball up, but nobody's there to collect that. And Rabideau plays it back in. And here's a little breakaway for the Bobcats, and that gets broken up nicely by Ashley Lamberton, but good follow-up by, I'm not sure who that player was. When she turns around, I'll tell you. That would be Brittany Drown came up with a nice follow-up and got a shot on goal that Loya was able to handle with ease. Here's Grimshaw, gets it over to Ashline. Ashline looking to split two defenders, loses the ball. Here's Mashter, sends the ball down to the corner for Honan. Honan turns on it, sends it into the box. Cleared away nicely by the Bobcats, and they take care of that threat. This is Rabideau. Sends it over to her wing. Keeps it in bounds. There's a ball up for Fales. Over to Grimshaw. Grimshaw sends it down in the corner for Fales. She's chasing it, but Charlene's there. And she kicks the ball and goes off Cougars. It'll be a Bobcat throw-in. comes in. Grimshaw fighting for it. And it goes out. The Cougar throw in. This is Grimshaw with the ball. Defended there. Ashline picks it up. Ball squirts back to the Bobcats, but Lamberton is there to pick that up. Over to Southwick. She puts it to the center. Honan with her foot on the ball. And Ebersol sends it through, but Charlin is there to break that up. Goes over the head of Rabideau. This could be trouble. This is Kayla Rabideau with the ball. One of our... She stops, and this could be trouble, and it's in the goal. Thank you. Kayla Rabideau showing some of her individual effort there, beat two defenders and came up with the ball in the box. Loya came out to make the play, but Rabideau got to the ball first and knocked it by her. So at the 15:50 mark of the first half, the Bobcats get on the board with a Kayla Rabideau with the goal and Brittany Charlin with the assist. That nice long pass from the back line, and Rabideau did the rest. This is Honan. She goes down but continues the ball with the ball, so the referees say play on.
Yeah, something like what you just saw Rabideau do, you can't teach that.
No,
Just pure
she's
talent.
she's definitely one of the more skilled players in our area, and it's something that she's been doing for seems like forever. But, she's
finally a senior.
She is a senior this year, but she certainly had a stellar career here in the CVAC.
I remember when she was in diapers coming to the basketball games.
Okie dokie. I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that. But yeah, it's true. She's got all the tools. She's a great player. Here's the Cougars with the ball, and they're gonna get called for a handball. Bobcats will restart it. This is Campbell with the ball, tries to get it up for Rabideau, but Ashline picks it. I'm sorry, for Drown, but Ashline picks that up. Kicks it over to the left wing and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a Bobcat throw in. This is Ebersol. Looking to get it to Honan. This is Southwick. No, I'm sorry, that was Grimshaw. She lost the ball. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell the difference between those girls. They all look alike to me.
Yeah, they all look alike. Especially when one's your daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's Honan, turns around, puts a shot in, and Golovach comes out and makes that save. Mishandles it just a little bit, but had plenty of opportunity to get a hold of it. Punts it out towards midfield. This is Ebersol over for a mash tear. That's broken up by number 9. That's Nicole Darnan. Here's the Bobcats with a little bit of a threat. Pushes it in the center, but Guerin comes up to break that up. Here's Ebersol. Gives it over for Southwick. Pushes it up to no one. Bobcats clear that back up the other way. Southwick again. Trying to get it for Honan. Honan takes it wide. Looking for some space. She's got Darnan to beat. Got by her. Keeps the ball in. Sends it in for Mashter. Mashter bounces off her leg. Sends it into the corner. She turns. Sends the ball into the box. And that's cleared out of bounds. All right. Cougars with a throw in. The ball gets headed into the box. Gets knocked back out of bounds. And it'll be another Cougar throw in. And that ball bounces into the box. Charlene gets a head on it. Still bouncing around in there. Here's Southwick with the ball. Tries to get a shot off, but that gets blocked by Ebersol. Giving chase. Still has it. Sends it to the center. Here's Southwick trying to put it in for the front line, and that gets blocked by the Bobcat defense, and that's cleared out towards midfield. Guerin is there. She sends it back in. Goes off ash line. Grimshaw has it. Sends it over for Bayshard. Bayshard makes a move. She's in traffic. This is Grimshaw with the ball. Everybody's falling down. Grimshaw ends up with it. Still has it. Defended by Spinner, and the ball goes out of bounds. Good defense by the Bobcats. All right, we're back to action. 18 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first half, and Bobcats kick it out of bounds. That was number 10, Chelsea Cynical. Sends it out. It'll be a corner kick for the Cougars. This will be Frankie on the kick. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Bobcats. Ball's put into play. Frankie sends it up for Marks on the left wing. Goes by her. And that ball goes out of bounds. The Cougars throw in. There's a ball in the middle of the field. It gets bounced around a little bit. I believe that's number 6. Here's a ball up the right wing. Sends it towards the center, and Rabideau clears that out. This is Kelsey. Sends it up for Frankie. Frankie has the ball go out of bounds. Off of one of the Bobcats. Be a Cougar throw in. This is Frankie. Still has it. Looking for some space. Sends it over for Kelsey. Kelsey, got a lot of room. Puts the shot on net. Skips, and Golovac comes up with the save. Sends it out towards the center of the field. This is Drown. Trying to send the long ball up. Lamberton is there. She brings it up that left wing. Leaves it off for Marks, and that gets broken up. This is Bayshard. Frankie now. Tries to send a through ball. And it comes in, and Golovac comes out and makes a nice stop on that. Ashley Guyette was bearing down on her, and Golovac stayed with it and cleared the ball out nicely. It was a close opportunity for the Cougars, but the goalie came up big. This is Roush as it goes off of her foot, and the Bobcats will get a throw in. This is Goyette. She gets the ball taken away. Here's Drown. And that ball squirts loose. That's 5-eye. Sends it up. Rabideau ends up with it. Frankie comes back to break up that play. Sends a nice ball in for Roush. Roush, nice little play there, but Charlin is there to break it up, and it's cleared out. Up to Rabideau. Rabideau on Rabideau. She goes by one, Rabideau. Sends the ball over for Drown, but Drown can't handle it. Guerin's there to corral that. And the ball goes out of bounds. Be a Cougar throw-in. Up for Marks. She turns around, sends it into the center for Roush. The ball gets knocked away, and Spinner clears it away. It'll go out of bounds. Cougar throw in. This is Roush. And that gets headed away. Bye sends it back. And that's number 3, Sarah Williams. This is Frankie. Leaves it for 5-eye. 5-eye in. Nice pass for Frankie. Frankie in a little traffic. Still has the ball, but gets knocked off the ball, and it's still loose. Here's 5-eye coming in and drills one about 20 feet over the net. So that'll be a long run for the ball girl, and a goal kick for the Bobcats.
That ball girl is no girl either.
That's, well, okay.
It's a woman.
All right. That's our ball woman. Leanne Macy. She loves to come up here and get her workout. Comes up and runs a few laps around the track and then runs up and down the sideline.
Her kids are graduating
And
she's still coming
her
back.
kids are all gone and out of school, and she still comes back. So we love Leanne. She's a supporter of all the Cougar sports. This will be a throw-in for the Cougars. Bayshard with the ball, looking to turn. Still has it, and it's knocked out of bounds. Be another corner kick for the Cougars. 13 minutes to go in the half. Cougars with a 2-1 lead. As Frankie sends a nice ball into the box, but it gets headed away by Spinner, and Kelsey collects it, turns around, and knocks the ball over the end line, and that'll be a goal kick for the Bobcats. All right, we're back to action. Bobcats with a goal kick. That's Charlotte on the kick. And we get a foul on the Cougars, so we have another restart for the Bobcats. They'll set this up and get it in play. There's a ball sent up to the center. Rabideau breaks that up, knocks it out of bounds. Be a throw in for the Bobcats. Here's Kelsey. Sends the ball into the center. Charlene clears it out. Up for Rabideau. Rabideau. That's good. Still has the ball. Sends it up for Drown. Over to Williams. Back to Rabideau. Here's the ball. It gets knocked up towards the goal. Guerin gets a head on it, and Loya comes out and picks up the ball. It's good offensive pressure by the Bobcats. Nice pass play there to get a offensive opportunity. This is Bayshard. Tries to get it to Frankie. That's broken up by Bouvier. Here's Rabideau again. Sends in a long shot that Loya handles fairly easily. Ball out towards midfield. Charlene with that. Sends it up. Guerin is there. She sends it back the other way. Bayshard not able to handle that. And the Bobcats send it up, but Rabideau's there. This is Perry. She loses it, and Kelsey kicks it over towards the left side. That's Wood on the defense. This is Roush. Sends it over for Bayshard. Bayshard squeezes it between two defenders. Here's Molly Roush at the top of the box. Sends the ball over to the corner. And Guyette tries to get there before it rolls out of bounds, but it just goes over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Cougars. Charlene will put the ball back in play. 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Frankie gets it to Roush. Roush takes it down the right side, puts across the box. Here comes Kelsey. Comes in on it. It's blocked out front by Spinner, I believe. Nice defensive play by Abby Spinner. Here's Rabideau trying to keep the pressure on. 5i finally does. Gets the ball over to Frankie. Back to 5i. Back to Frankie. A little bit too long. Goes off a defender. It's in the box, and Charlene clears it out. This is Honan with the ball now, and she's defended by Bouvier. That ball goes over out of bounds. Looks like it'll be a Bobcat throw-in. Five eye with it. Turns, gets up, shot, that pass blocked. It's back for Guerin. Guerin sends the ball up for Kelsey. Kelsey up the sideline. Still in. This is Honan. Gets it to Frankie. Frankie to 5i. 5i sends it down. There's a ball in the box. And Golovach comes out and makes another nice save. And Honan may have given up on that one a little too early, but I think she had to step on her. But Golovach came out and made another beauty save, and that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw-in. All right, that ball comes in and gets knocked away. This is Drown with the ball. She sends it up long. Guerin is there. She handles it, sends it out for Rabideau, but the ball goes out of bounds. Be a Bobcat throw-in. It was Grimshaw on that play, but the ball goes again out of bounds. Bobcats retain possession. Throw it in. Here's the ball to the center. Goes a little bit long, and Fozier comes up with it. Gets it taken away from her by the Bobcats, and Fozier comes back and covers up nicely there. Ebersol ends up with the ball. She brings it down the sideline. Gets that taken away. There's a ball to the middle. This is Rabideau. Ebersol on her. Ball's rolling towards the end line. Still in. Rabideau with the ball. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Bobcats. Bobcats with their first corner kick of the game. Rabideau will take the kick. Sends it into the box. Alyssa Rabideau for the Cougars clears it out. This is Honan coming the other way. Gives it for Fozier. Fozier sends it up for Honan. Back to Fozier. And Charlene comes up, makes a nice play there. Here's Ashline. And ball goes out of bounds. Be a Cougar throw-in. It's headed back the other way by Dernan. But the Cougars with another throw-in. Charlene comes up big on that play. Here's Drown with it. Ebersol gets the ball away from her, and that's a trip. Looks like that's going to go the other way. I might have pulled the yellow card out on that one, but I'm not Mr. Lozier, so it looked like it was purely deliberate. Probably not. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. It's a wet field. She probably slipped. That's Perry sends the ball out and goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Cougars. Four and a half to go in the first half. Both teams with their opportunities. Cougars control most of the play early on, but the Bobcats have responded and have put on some good offensive pressure. This is Ashline with the ball. Gives it for Honan. Honan gets a little bit too far ahead of her, and ball goes out of bounds. Nice defensive play there by Bouvier. There's a ball set into the middle. This is Grimshaw. She turns and puts a big foot on it, and it goes over the end line. That'll be a goal kick for the Bobcats. Charlene will put the ball back in play. Sends it up to the middle. This is Fosier. Sends it over for Roush. A little bit behind her. Here's Southwick. Sends it up to the front line. Honan doesn't get a foot on it. Charlene breaks that up. Back for Honan. She beats one defender. And that's Wood there to defend. And the ball goes out of bounds. And it's a goal kick for the Bobcats.
No, foul.
Oh, and a foul. Okay. We got a foul on the play, and we will have what equates to a goal kick. This is Roush. Sends it over for Honan. Honan loses the ball. It bounces around, and that's Spinner clears it out. Goes up the right side for number 14. That's Katie Hemingway. First time we've called her name tonight. Bobcats will take the throw in. And this is ball in the center. Lamberton. Rabideau with the ball. Sends it over for Silver. And Guerin clears that all the way up the field. Charlotte gets a head on it. Goes towards the end line. This is Dernan. Knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw-in. Sends it in for Fosier. Fosier leaves it for Ashline. That's broken up by Silver. Honan ends up with the ball. That gets taken away and kicked out of bounds by Bouvier. Ashline with the throw. Minute 50 to go in the first half. That ball goes over everybody's head, and Charlene kicks it out over the end line. It'll be a Cougar throw-in. Charlene again clears it out. Ashline heads it back in. Goes into the center. And this is Rabideau. Sends the ball up towards the center. And there's Rabideau again. It's a foot race. Rabideau and Lamberton. Lamberton is there. Breaks up the play. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it's a Cougar throw-in. Oh, yeah, you forgot to do the 2-minute thing.
I won't.
Okay. All right.
We do the countdown.
Right. Don't forget to do the countdown. Get your microphone.
Can you count backwards? Can you count backwards?
Of course you
Yeah, I
can
can
count.
practice. Where is the microphone? Where is it? Oh, okay.
All right. Here's the Rabideau with a shot. Gets blocked out front. And the ball is still alive. This is Ashline. Kicks it up. Goes out of bounds. Be a Bobcat throw-in. Closing seconds of the first half. Again.
10, 9, 8, 7.
There's a ball up
6,
towards the center of the
5,
field.
4,
Charlene giving chase.
3,
She knocks it
2,
away.
1.
And that'll be the end of the first half. So after 40 minutes of play, it's the Cougars 2, the Bobcats 1.
Alrighty. We're rolling.
We're back to action. All right. Here we are at the start of the second half of this CBAC girls varsity soccer match between the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton and the Bobcats of Northern Adirondack Central. We pretty evenly played game in the first half. Cougars came out pretty strong, scored 2 quick goals, and then Bobcats settled in and got a goal of their own and a couple other nice scoring opportunities. This is Kelsey with the ball. Gives it over for Rabideau. Rabideau sends it up for Five-Eye. Five-Eye puts it in for Frankie. Here's Frankie. She sends it over for Kelsey. Kelsey puts it into the box. Cleared out by Spinner. Frankie turns on it. Here's Rabideau. Sends it back in. Bozier giving chase. She turns and sends the ball over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Bobcats. This will be Charlene with the kick. She sends that, scoots right through everybody. Guerin turns and sends it back into the box. This is Roush, first one to it. She's defended by Durnan. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw-in. Kelsey on the throw. Sends it in for Frankie. Honing gets a foot on it. This is Guyette, and Frankie ends up with the ball. Frankie still with the ball. Sends a shot in. It goes wide of the net. And Golovach watches that go out. It'll be another goal kick for the Bobcats. There's a ball, gets by Five Eye, and this is Rabideau. Gets a little bit too far ahead of her. Guerin collects that. Bobcats with a little bit of pressure. Five Eye heads it up for Frankie. Frankie has a little collision at midfield, and both players are down. And stop the clock. Thank you. We got a Bobcat player down. She's back on her feet. It's number 15, Christy Bouvier. Hobbles off, but she looks like she'll be just fine. Frankie was the Mary Elizabeth Frankie was the other player involved in that. She's hobbling around a little bit, but she as well will be fine.
Thank you, Dr. Southwick.
I can tell from up here. They're both look like they're into this for the long haul. They're not going to let a little knee-to-knee contact on a 50-degree night slow them down. Start the clock, please. Thank you. And we're back underway.
I guess I just really want this game to drag out.
Yeah, that's great. Here's Honan. Sends one in. Charlene defends. This is Frankie with the ball. Gives it back for Five Eye. Five Eye. Gets Frankie ends up with it. She turns and puts a shot on goal, and it's in. Mary Elizabeth Frankie from about 20 yards out.
Wait, no, it wasn't. Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just how you added that in.
And by the way. So back to action again. The Cougars scoring that early goal just like they did in the first half.
We already saw that shot once.
I believe we saw that looked like an instant replay of the first
mirror image.
the mirror image just down at the other end of the field, but that's very similar shot that Mary Elizabeth scored on in the first half, the beginning of the game. So with 36 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second half, the Cougars get their lead back up to 2 goals. There's the ball sent to the back line. Guerin is there. She's got some space. Taking it up. Sends it up for Roush. Ball goes out of bounds. Be a Bobcat throw-in. This is Five Eye. Sends it up for Honan. Well, defended nicely by Spinner. This is Guyette with the ball. It's for Frankie, but Rabideau breaks that up. Back for Guerin. She punches it up to the back line. Charlene is there. She stops that. Pops it up in the air. Five Eye's there. Heads the ball over to Honan, who can't handle it, and it comes back out towards the middle of the field. There's a ball that's sent up for Drown. Frankie leaves it for Lamberton. Sends it up to the back line. Charlene clears it out. This is Lamberton. She's looking for some room. Keeps the ball in. But the Bobcats kick it out. It'll be a Cougar throw-in. This is Honan with the ball. Sends it long for Roush. And Dernan breaks that up. Charlin comes over and clears it out. And Roush goes down. Just coming off of a ankle injury. And I don't know if they've asked us to stop the clock. Not yet. She's up. Another gamer. She's probably not going to want to come out of this game. Here's Kelsey with the throw-in. Ball comes back to her. Sends it for Frankie. Frankie still has the ball. Leaves it for Kelsey. Kelsey turns on it. Gives it back to Frankie. Brings it to the center of the field. Gives it for Lamberton. Lamberton up for Kelsey. Kelsey turns and sends it into the center for Roush. Roush is there. Turns and gets half a shot off. And Golovach comes out to try to clear it just to the top of the box. And Frankie sends it back in. But Charlin turns around and knocks that out. Here's Rabideau with it. Kelsey over to Favai. Sends it for Kelsey, and Kelsey sends it into the box and goes over the end line, and Bobcats will have a goal kick. Bobcats put the ball back in play. This is Kelsey over for Honan. Honan gets by one defender, beats the second one. She's in the box. Sends a crossover, gets blocked by Charlin. Here's Kelsey with a shot. It gets knocked away by a Bobcat defender. This is Guyette. Sends it into the box again. Mashter is there. And that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Cougars. This will be 5-eye on the kick. Sends it in. This is Frankie. Guyette gets a foot on it, but Golovach makes that save. So there's a good scoring opportunity by the Cougars. But once again, the Bobcat netminder comes up strong. Sends it to the center of the field. This is Lamberton. Gets the ball taken away by Rabideau. Here's Rabideau with Guerin on her. Takes her off the ball. Rabideau still staying with it and pokes it loose, but it goes over the end line. Nice individual effort by Kayla Rabideau, and beat one defender but stayed with the ball and knocked it loose, and then Loya came out to cover it up, and Rabideau poked it away from her. The Cougars with a goal kick. This is Loya, sends it out. This is Drown with it, but Frankie ends up with it. And that was Bouvier sends that ball back in, and here's Drown with a shot that goes wide. Down in the corner, and Bobcats giving up on it. This is Kelsey with the ball. She carries. Sends it for Frankie. Frankie up for Rabideau. Rabideau sends it for Frankie. Frankie one touches it. Still has the ball. She's defended there by Bouvier. The ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a Bobcat throw-in. Here's Charlin with the throw-in. Rabideau sends it up. Charlin kicks it back. This is number 3, Sarah Williams, sends a long ball in, but a little bit too far, and Loya comes out and picks that up before it can cause any trouble. Once that out towards midfield. Bobcats kick it back. This is Guyette with the ball. She sends it up for Posier. That ball scoots up along the sideline, goes out of bounds. Be a Bobcat throw-in. This is Frankie battling for it with Bouvier. Guyette turns, Sends the ball to the center. Honen's first one to get there. Beats one defender. Still got the ball. Here's Honen. She turns. Sends it for Kelsey. Kelsey puts a shot on net. And Golovac comes out and makes a nice play on that ball. It's a nice service into the box for Fosier. Here's Rabideau again. Lamberton on her. Leaves it for Silver. There's a nice job by Wood to break up that play. Here's Fosier giving chase. Sends it behind Mashed Hair. And that's going to be a handball against the Cougars. So the Bobcats will get a restart here. Charlin on the kick. Sends it up towards the middle. Vivai's the first one there. She has room. Tries to get it up for Fosier. Ball gets by the defender. Fosier chases it down into the corner. Sends across. Into the box. Defended by Spinner. There's another one that comes back out. And drowns the first one there. Fosier comes up with it. It's defended nicely there. And the Bobcats kind of run into one another. The ball comes out towards the midfield. Comes back for Guerin. Guerin sends it back for the Cougars. Here's a ball in the box. This is Vivai. She tees it up, takes a big shot. Golovac makes a nice stop on that, and Honen not able to corral the rebound. But Golovac big stop on a blast by Mara Vivai from about 30 yards out, and another good stop by the Bobcat goaltender. This is Rabideau. Sends it over. And there's a shot that goes harmlessly wide. That's number 3, Sarah Williams. Nice feed by Kayla Rabideau over to Sarah Williams, but she put her right foot on it instead of her left foot, and it tried to go to the near post, and it slid by the near post and it'll go out of bounds. Be a Cougar goal kick. Loya puts the ball in play. Bayshard watches it go by her, and the Bobcats kick it back in. There's Rabideau. This is Ebersol. This is Rabideau with the ball. Here's Southwick, breaks up that play. Ball in the corner. This is Southwick. Rabideau takes it away from her, and Lamberton clears it away. This is Spinner. Honen on her. Spinner plays it back for Charlin. Grimshaw comes up with it, but a little bit too long, and Spinner clears it out towards the center of the field. This is Ashline with it. She tries to turn. Ball goes out of bounds. Ashline with the throw. Tries to get it up for Bayshard, but it's headed away by Wood. There's Wood. Brings it towards the middle of the field. Lamberton is there. Sends it up for Grimshaw. Grimshaw gives it over for Mashtare, but Spinner's there to break that up. I'm sorry, that's not Spinner, that's Dernan. Here's Bayshard. Sends it in for Mashtare. She's still got it. There's a ball, gets knocked into the box, and Charlin kicks that away. It'll be a throw-in for the Cougars. Ball is thrown in. This is Bayshard. Defended by Dernan. Here comes the ball out towards the Bobcat area. This is Drown trying to create something. He still has the ball. Sends a long ball up, and that rolls into the box, and Loya scooped that up. Puts the ball in play. Here comes the ball up for Drown. Rabideau on her. Drown gets the ball away from Rabideau. Has it in the box. Sends it in, and Loya scoops that up with Kayla Rabideau right in her face. Nice offensive pressure there by the Bobcats. And we've started pretty much gone the same way it did in the first half. It was all Cougars for the first couple minutes, and then the Bobcats came alive and applied some pressure. Here's Grimshaw. Sends it for Honan. Honan gets by one defender, brings it into the box, gets another one, and gets pushed off the ball by Charlene, and then that was Spinner knocks it out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for the Cougars. This will be Grimshaw on the kick. 23 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second half. Referee Lozier has a little bit of a chat with Brittany Charlin. There's a ball that's sent into the box. Nice defensive play, and goes over the end line, and it's be a goal kick for the Bobcats. Oh, jeez. Yeah, boy. Here's Rabideau with the ball. Lamberton giving chase. He overruns it a little bit. Sends it in for Drown. Rabideau comes back to break that up, and Guerin clears it up to center. Here's Grimshaw. Southwick with the ball. The ball goes out of bounds. Be a Cougar throw-in. Ball comes in for Grimshaw. She looks for some space. Gives it for Ebersol. Ebersol back to Grimshaw. Grimshaw. Broken up by Spinner, but Grimshaw still ends up with the ball. Here it's loose in the box, and Charlene kicks it out. Goes off of Cougar player over into the corner. Bayshard is there. She gets by one defender, still has the ball. Wood defending her. She turns and kicks the ball out of bounds. Be Cougar throw in. Cougars applying the pressure here with just about to midway in the second half. Rabideau sends it back in for Ashline. And this is Williams, I believe, that comes out with the ball. It'll go out of bounds. Ashline on the throw. Guerin sends it up. This is Spinner. This is Fails. And let's see which way that one's going. I believe that'll be a restart for the Bobcats. Charlene will take this kick. Rabideau sends it over for Bayshard. Bayshard, Wood defending. Ball goes out of bounds. Cougar throw in. This is Grimshaw. Bit of a scrum there, but the ball comes loose and it goes over the sideline, and that'll be another throw in for the Cougars. That ball squirts by a defender, but Charlin's there to scoop that up. This is Drown, but Guerin picks that up. Sends it over for Ebersol. Ebersol with room. Gives it for Grimshaw. Grimshaw back for Ebersol. Ebersol out to the wing for Bayshard. Bayshard gets by one defender, but looks like Wood comes back to make that defensive play, and it'll be another corner kick for the Cougars. will be Grimshaw on the kick. Sends the ball, and it's going to go out of bounds, so it'll be a goal kick for the Bobcats. Charlene puts the ball in play. This is Ebersol, and that's Bouvier sends that up for front line. Here's Rabideau. Ball gets away from her, and Lamberton collects it. Sends it over for Ebersol. Ebersol up for Southwick. She gets the ball taken away, but Lamberton. There's a ball sent in and knocked out of bounds by Bouvier. Cougar throw in. I got to sleep in this morning and everything. I did. Yeah. I didn't have to get up till 6:30.
Jeez.
It's almost noon.
I know. This is Lamberton. Sends the ball in, but it's not going to. Base yard's not going to get there in time. It's going to roll over the end line. So be Charlene with the kick. 17 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the second half. And that ball will roll over the roll out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw in. Here's Ebersol. Turns, sends it up for 5-eye. A little bit long. Charlene knocks that, but 5-eye keeps it in. Here's Kelsey. Come running in on it. Came sliding off of her foot. Didn't really get much of a shot on it. 5-eye gets that ball taken away by Bouvier. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be another Cougar throw in. Goyette in. Throws the ball in. This is fails. But she doesn't quite get there. Here's Lamberton. Brings it down to the side. Got it at the side of the box. Defended by Wood. Bouvier. Left for fails. Skips over her foot. Kelsey's there. Turns, sends the ball up to the corner for fails. And it rolls over the end line. They like to support their Bobcats. Here's Lamberton. Up for Marks. Over for fails. Sends a ball into the box. Bayshore a little tardy getting there. It's cleaned out by Wood. Here's Goyette. Fails again. Knocks it in. That's Spinner. Kicks it over. It'll be a Cougar throw in. This is Kelsey. Sends it into the box. Marks goes by her. Here's Goyette with a shot, and it's just over the crossbar. Pretty good effort by Ashley Goyette from the about 16 yards out, and the ball goes just over the crossbar. Nice offensive pressure by the Cougars. Just under 15 minutes to go in the second half. Charlene puts the ball back in play. This is number 7. We haven't seen much of her. That would mean I'd have to put my glasses back on. Kelsey with Brassard. That's Hannah Brassard on her. Bobcats throw it in. Be another Bobcat throw in. This is 5-eye. Brassard, and that ball goes out of bounds. Be another Bobcat throw in. Durden on the throw. It's Ebersol, that goes out of bounds. This is Drown. And Bobcats get called for a foul there. So the Cougars will restart. Guerin puts the ball in play. This is Bouvier. This is Rabideau. Sends it up for Drown, but Guerin's there to break that up. Rabideau again. She sends it up, and Ebersol defends that with her hand. Here's Rabideau, tries to send one into the box. Does left-footed, actually puts a shot on goal, and that was a pretty spirited move right there to spin and put a nice left-footed shot on that. It was hooking right towards the inside post, but Aisha Loya had that played very well and came up with one of her only stops that she's really had to make tonight. She looked good on that one. At least she's not falling asleep back there. But the Bobcats have been putting on some good pressure, so it's been a fairly evenly played game in that respect.
They take away those 2 spin moves by Frankie. And
that's right. You got that right. Not taking anything away from Mary Elizabeth, but again, those are opportunities that you take. And the first one with a lot of traffic in front, the Golovac didn't have much of a chance on it, almost like a screen goal in hockey where the goaltender didn't have a real clear view of the ball. And the second one was just a good shot.
Well, they both had some mustard on them.
Right. Both of them had some good got good wood on it. Let's put it that way. There's a ball that the Bobcats get control, but Guerin comes up and plays that out towards Guyette. Guyette looking for Grimshaw, gets by her. Honan tries to corral it, but loses her footing. And this would be Ebersol. Leaves it for 5-eye. This is 5-eye. Collision at midfield, and that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw-in. Spinner steps in front of that throw-in, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in for the Cougars. To the center for 5-eye. Here's Grimshaw. Leaves it for 5-eye. Here's one ball in for Honan. Honan gets behind the defense, puts up a shot, and it's in. That'll be the red button. Stop the clock, thank you. Mallory Honan with a nice individual effort gets by Abby Spinner and puts a nice shot on goal over the hands of Golovac and up in the top corner of the goal. So it'll be
Cougar goal scored by number 3, Mallory Honan, assisted by number 24, Mara 5-eye.
okay. All right, as you heard by the PA announcer, the goal was scored by Mallory Honan.
The guy in the PA has a good voice.
He has an excellent voice. He's
very authoritative.
yeah, he was asleep in the first half, though. They forgot to announce the goals in the first half. But you can't really blame him with all the fervor with the new scoreboard and everything else going on. Big night with the Bobcats, who come from just up the road with a lot of locals here and a lot of fanfare going on. So you can understand forgetting a few little details like announcing who scored the goals. But anyway, the assist goes to Mara 5-eye, and again, Honan with a nice effort to get that ball in behind the defense and get a good shot off. We got 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game. Cougars with a 4-1 lead at this point. There's a ball sent back to the back line. Rabideau's there. Ebersol sends that up for Grimshaw. Grimshaw looking to split the defense. Gets through. Tries to send a ball in for Honan, but Charlin is there to defend that. Here's Five Eye. Sends it over for Kelsey. Kelsey for Ebersol. This is Fozier. Sends it into the box. And that's defended by Dernan, I believe. That ball comes out towards the middle of the field, and Guerin is there to send it back in. Rabidou gives it for Five Eye. Gets a little bit too far away from her, and the Bobcats come away with it. Here's Lamberton. Turns, sends it over for Rabidou. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw-in. This is Fozier. Five Eye ends up with it. And she sends it down the wing for Goyette, but it goes out of bounds. King and Perry. No, the 4 and 5 were the ones that I didn't know the names of, but now I got it. King and Perry. Two pretty common names for Northern Adirondack folks. This ball kind of bouncing around at midfield. This is Rabidou with the ball, trying to get it up for a drown. And Guerin takes care of that. She turns. Looks for some space. Still has it. Ball squirts out towards the midfield. This is Grimshaw. Leaves it for Five Eye, but that didn't work out so well. Five Eye ends up with the ball. Gives it for Ebersol, but rolls over the sideline, and it'll be Bobcat throw in. Bobcats throw the ball in. Slide all over. Yeah, you can if you like. There we now we feel. Now we finally made it to the second half. Here's Drown with a shot from long range that Maloya has no problem with. 6 minutes to go in the second half. There's a ball out towards the middle of the field. Grimshaw gets a foot on it, slides all the way back to Dernan, and clears it up, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw in. This is Ashline and Southwick. Ball squirts loose, and Wood clears it up. Rabidou kicks it back, and it goes out of bounds. No, just 2.
You do one or the other. Don't do them both.
Right, we got to talk to young Keswick about that. He likes the microphone a lot. So he likes any chance he can get to speak. He does 2 and 1, the countdown, and
You do 2 or you do 1, and they want 2 now.
okay. We gotta stay within the rules.
That's right.
Is this one of the referees' things, or who comes up with these things?
State recommendation.
A state recommendation.
The refs are-
Here's a ball that's sent into the box. Charlin watches it roll over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for the Bobcats. Oh, she drags me to all the games. This is Five Eye, tries to keep it in, but the ball squirts out. Here's Rabidou. That bounces off a defender, goes out of bounds. Cougar throw in. This is Bayshard with it. Still got the ball. 3 minutes to go in the second half. Calvin has warned me not to say in the game because then that means it'll probably go into overtime. But this one doesn't look like we get much of a chance of overtime, but we'll keep that thought. Here's the Cougars, a little offensive pressure. Ashline takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Be a goal kick for the Bobcats.
Oh, man.
You like your blankie? Here's Rabideau. Sends it for 5-eye. This is Kelsey. Back to 5-eye. Sends it in the middle, and we got a push on the Cougars. So it'll be a restart for the Bobcats. Bouvier quickly sends it up. This is Lamberton to Kelsey. Kelsey with some space, and Bouvier knocks that out of bounds. Very nice. Very nicely done. Get your blankie for you.
Thank you.
Yep, I don't want you to be cold. Don't need your teeth chattering when you're doing that last 10-second countdown. Right?
I'm all right.
Okay. All right. Kelsey puts the ball in play, into the box. Gets knocked away by Spinner. This is Southwick giving chase. Turns around, sends it over the end line, and gets knocked out by one of the Bobcats. So that will be another corner kick for the Cougars. Five-eye on the kick. Under a minute to go. 5-eye sends it into the box. Fails is there, but gets her body on it, and there's another shot by Bayshard that gets bounced around. Here comes Ashley Lamberton with an idea she was going to drive that through the back of the net. It goes about 20 feet over the goal, and into the track, as a matter of fact. So she cleared everything on that one. Give it to Lamberton. She wanted to put a shot on goal, and she did.
Almost. Here's
14.
Wait
Here's Bayshard.
up.
Yeah. Don't forget. You're welcome.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Closing
4,
seconds of the
3,
game.
2, 1.
And that's the contest. So,
Notice how fast that 10-9-8 went, Joe?
yeah. Those the last couple of seconds went pretty quickly till we got to 7 seconds, and it got to normal time. But that's the way it goes here when we're under a lot of pressure up here with multiple things to do with very few people to do it. But anyway, that's the final score here. The Cougars 4, the Bobcats 1. So that's the way it was. So thank you for watching, and thank you for watching Hometown Cable Television, worth your support.